Hello, folks. Good afternoon. I'm here in Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah, I know I'm letting this grow. I just want to see it different to see if it looks any different. I'm going to let it grow since I don't have to see Jennifer until next year, March, when I retire. I'm planning on retiring March 2026. That's when I plan on moving to the Philippines. I am going to retire in the early week of July of this year. Um, Tomorrow's my birthday, by the way. Today's the 27th. March 28th is my birthday. And I'll be 66 years old, folks. I can't believe it. 66. But I plan on retiring in July. And a little bit 66 in 3 months. But my full retirement age ain't until 66 and 10 months, which would be January of 2026. But I'm going to go ahead and call it quits in the first week of July. But I'm not going to apply for my Social Security until 2026 of January, which is my full retirement age. That way I can get more of my retirement. But I'll make less retirement money because I'm quitting 6 months before my retirement age, which I won't be making a check, but I'll still be able to collect full retirement age at 66 and 10 months. But I just wanted to make a quick video about older gentlemen that want to move to other countries and find a happier life. As you get older, your kids grow up. It's like you always want them to leave the nest, and when they do, you miss them and you don't get to see them anymore. It's not as easy, or they don't want to see you anymore because they're busy with their own lives and they got their family, and I completely understand that. But it's kind of tough, when you're used to having your kids nearby and seeing them every day, and then they grow up and they're on their own, and that's actually what you wish for them to be independent. And it's tough getting old and being by yourself. At least I got little Taco over here with me, and he keeps me company, but it's not the same as company of a adult person. In my case, Jen would be my company that I miss a lot now, and she's in the Philippines, and I can't wait to go back and stay there for a while until I have to come back every 3 years or so to do whatever paperwork I need to do, whatever. But Philippines will be my new home. For the guys that are thinking about retiring to another country, it's not a bad idea. Don't get discouraged from what you hear from other bloggers or from other people or even family members that, are you sure you think you're going to be all right? Are you going to be safe? Are you going to be in a country by yourself that you don't know nobody? And and you can't worry about every little detail of your life. It's just crazy. You're not safe anywhere in the world. So what's the difference if you're here in the U.S. or in another country? You're not safe here as much as you think you are. Granted, you have better roads, sidewalks, more rules and regulations on driving and stuff. Like in the Philippines, it's mayhem driving. Like in India, mayhem driving. Certain countries like that, it's mayhem driving. First come, first serve. Go in, squeeze there, squeeze out, squeeze into the road, whatever. Nobody follows the rules, and most countries that don't have those kind of rules and enforced, really, I guess, is really enforced. I hardly see a cop driving around in the Philippines, hardly ever. Maybe 2 or 3 times in the 2 months that I was there, maybe you see a cop driving around, but you hardly see him anywhere. Nobody's enforcing driving rules. So yeah, I understand that you might think it's not safe to live in those kind of countries, and maybe it's not, but is it any safer in the U.S.? Answer me that. Is it? No. I mean, we have rules and stuff, but drivers still break them. They still drive fast as hell, even though there's rules. But, as far as getting robbed and stuff, yeah, okay, you can get robbed in other countries just as much as you can get robbed here. The only difference is, in most countries, they're not. The public's not allowed to own handguns. Not as easy as the U.S. It's harder to get a handgun in other countries. I mean, you got to go through black market, and that's not easy. You're going to take a risk of getting a black market gun, taking a risk of trusting somebody you don't know. Hell, they can rob you or give you a gun that doesn't even work, or sell you a gun, and then they turn you in that you bought a gun from them, or they'll get paid for turning somebody in, and they turn you in. They sell you a gun, and then they turn you in that you bought a gun, or that person's got a gun. So who are you going to trust? In the U.S., everybody can own a gun. So how safe is it in the U.S.? It's not any safer. Hell no. I mean, everybody in their mind can own a gun. Excuse me. So how safe is that? I don't understand the logic. You're going to a third world country and you don't know nobody, you don't know the law, you don't know the rules. You could get robbed, you could get mugged. Yeah, you could. And you could get it done here as well in the U.S. with a gun. So I don't find myself any safer here than I'm not in a third world country like the Philippines. I feel just as comfortable there as I feel here. And here I own a gun. I own guns and shotguns and stuff. I don't feel any safer than anywhere else. In the Philippines, I can't walk around with a gun and concealed weapon or whatever. I wouldn't risk it. I mean, I could get locked up, It's illegal to own a gun in the Philippines unless you're a registered owner, and you have to be a citizen of the Philippines to own a gun. Granted, you can be a thief and a crook, and you can get a gun illegally, but I'm not going to do that. I don't feel that desperate that I need that kind of protection. I feel more back in the U.S. that I need that kind of protection, but go figure, huh? But anyways, don't be afraid. Don't let other bloggers intimidate you moving to another country. It's the right thing to do. Granted that maybe the infrastructure is not as well as it is in the U.S., but it doesn't matter, man. You make your own life. You live the way you want to live. If you feel like you want to live like in the U.S., there's places in other countries like in the Philippines, BGC, that's got high rises and concrete everywhere and safe streets and whatever you want to call it. It's like being in the U.S. I don't like that kind of life. I'm tired of living in city life, which all you see is buildings and stuff. And I see that in the Philippines because it caters to foreigners that want to live that way. And I don't feel comfortable living that way, and I don't want to live that way. But I guess if you feel safety that way, you can. But don't let anybody scare you not to go to another country. You have a better life in other countries, I believe. I mean, at least in the Philippines, I'm happier there. The people are really nice, and and I have a person I can trust, and that's Jennifer, and I feel really comfortable. And then, how do you meet? If you're living here in the U.S. and you're a foreigner and you want to meet somebody, and you want to meet them before you go to the Philippines or any other country, you can meet them in those dating sites. I don't see anything wrong with that. I know a lot of people say, you're not going to find a good woman in a dating site, or you're going to get scammed and they're going to get you for every penny you have. And yeah, it's true, they can. And if you're an idiot, they will. But don't be stupid. You got to weed people out. You got to figure out how to do it, you know? You can't be afraid of websites that introduce you to excuse me, foreign women. Hell, how are you going to meet them unless you fly over there? And that's even harder to find while you're on vacation, because then you're for sure not sure if you're meeting the right woman, or she's just saying things because she knows you're not going to be there very long. It's better to meet them on a website, you know, Filipina Cupid or whatever those website is. I didn't use Filipino Cupid because I didn't feel like I wanted to pay $40 a month. There's websites that you don't have to pay anything, like findamate.com. I think that's where I met Jen. Findmate.com or something like that. It's free. It's free for me. It's free for her. So you don't need to be paying $40 a month in all those websites that offer you exclusivity of they weed out the women and this and that. That's BS. No one can weed out a fake, a liar, or whatever. It's just the same as she ain't going to know if you're a liar, and you're not going to know if you're a liar unless you communicate with her on a daily basis and get to know her, and write down things that she tells you as you're talking to them day by day. Write down and ask questions like, when is the last time you had a boyfriend? When is the last time you seen your boyfriend? Write that down when she gives you an answer. And then wait a couple of months and ask her again and see if she gives you the same response. That's how you figure out if she's lying to you, not believing just everything she says. You start figuring things out. Do your homework, you know. Ask her things that you want to know about and write it down. And then ask her again 6 months later about the same thing and see if she comes up with the same answer. Remember, only people that lie cannot remember the lie that they say. If you tell the truth, you always will remember the truth because it's the truth. You don't have to lie about it. I know I've been married twice. I don't have to lie. And I even know everything about my ex-wives. But if you lie about it, you're not going to remember the lie or the BS that you told that person. So, yeah, weed women out. I got lucky. I found Jen, and she got lucky, and she found me. And I started asking her questions, and I did do those things of writing things out and figuring it out and finding out if she's honest or not, and does she lie a lot. And in countries like in the Philippines, okay, yeah, they do lie. Women do little white lies that, you know, they don't want to share. It's not a lie. It's a lie that they might be embarrassed, and so they'll lie about it. You know, like they could be saying, yeah, I know I love sex, and I know a lot about sex, and I know how to do this and do that, you know. I'll be open to you guys. I love oral sex. You know, that's my main thing, okay? I mentioned that to Jen. And Jen did a little white lie that she loves oral sex. But yet, when we met and started dating and started having those relationships, I noticed that she wasn't that good at it. And I know she'll be watching this, and I'm honest with her. And she wasn't that good. So I knew she told me a little white lie that she was good and loved doing it, but I could tell that she didn't, and I don't mind that, and I understand why she said that, because that's what she thought I wanted to hear, which is the truth. Yeah, I don't mind having a girlfriend that's experienced in oral sex, but hey, if you're not, that's cool. I'll teach you. It's like, it's the best thing ever, you know, teaching your girlfriend or your loved one how to perform and how you like it, you know. It's the best thing ever, you know. And Jennifer is getting really good at it, and I praise her for that. I can understand why she didn't come forward and tell the truth, and those are little white lies that Filipinos say. That ain't a big issue. It's major lies like have they been married, do they have kids, do they have a boyfriend even though they're talking to you. Those are major lies that I would never go back to that woman again, and I trusted Jennifer wholehearted. We talked for almost 2 years before I went to go meet her. It was in 2021 when we started talking, and I believe that's when I was going to go there and meet her of December of 2021, but I couldn't go because of COVID. The Philippines had a big restriction, so I couldn't go. So the first time I went to go meet her was in December of 2022, and we've been talking for over a year and a half then, and we got to know each other a lot. Every day we talk every day. We still talk every day now, even text every day. So that's how you get to meet them before you go to that country. You meet them that way. You have WhatsApp app where you can talk to each other, or Messenger, you can see each other and talk to each other. And again, take notes, as you start to meet this girl online or on a dating site. You start taking notes, ask questions, and write it down for in the future you ask again and see if she lied about it. And that's when you have the honest girl. Now, I took a big risk, even though I trusted Jennifer, and a lot of bloggers said, don't send money. That's the biggest tell if she's in it for the money. Jennifer never once asked me for any money, not one time, not ever, not even now, even though we've met each other for 3 years consecutive, 2 months every year. So for 6 months, I've met her personally, went out there 2 years, 2022. 2 month 2022, 2 month 2023, 2 month 2024. So that's a half a year that we've actually been together and talked and got to know each other personally, not on phone or not on WhatsApp app or Messenger, but personally. And I got to know her very well. And, the second year of me talking to her, I decided it's time to buy a property because I knew I wasn't going to be there for another 2 years. And I felt like, why not buy property now and save money buying it now before the value of land goes up? And you all know land goes up. That's the best investment there is property. My father always used to say, invest in property, Juan. Forget about stocks and bonds, and they'll still make you money in the long run. But property is the key. Invest in property. And I bought this house 22 years ago, and I bought it at a good price, and now it's worth 3 times its value, almost 3 times, folks. And I've been here for 21 years. You can't get that kind of value, 300% markup. There's no way. Not any bonds unless you got lucky and got Microsoft or something when they first started, or Apple or something. But invest in land, and that's what I did. I sent Jennifer over 36,000 American dollars. I sent her, which in return was something like almost 2 million pesos. I sent her. I sent it through my bank to her bank. It's a wire transfer. I think the wire transfer cost me $50 from my bank. And then when she got the money out of her bank, they charged her for the pesos coming out, which back then it was something like 56 something pesos to the dollar. And we ended up getting 53 and something pesos to the dollar. So we kind of lost 3 pesos to the dollar. But that was, for me, it was worth it because now we got property. And when I move up there in March of next year, I don't have to worry about property. And folks, I trusted her. She could have taken the money and said, you know what, I don't think that's property is worth it, or not buy it, or she could have just stopped talking to me and deleted me and freeze me, and well, I forget what that is called, where you block. She could have blocked me and not ever heard from me again, and I would never be able to get in contact from her again. She could have blocked me and took that 36 plus $1,000, 2 million pesos, and kept it for herself. But what did she do? She went ahead and bought the property that we planned on buying, folks. Now that's an honest woman. Now, if you can find a woman like that, you're golden. And I'm a lucky mother F, man. I'm lucky I found Jennifer, and she's lucky she found me, because I truly care for that woman, and I know she cares for me. And if it would have been anybody else that all she cared about was taking me for the money, she would have done it as soon as that money got to her bank, and I would have heard no more of her. But that's the part of the stuff I'm telling you guys, older gentlemen. If you're going to meet a woman in other countries and on a website, dating app, start taking notes, start asking questions, save those notes, and then ask it again 3 months, 6 months later, and see if it changes. If she lied, she won't remember what she said. If she's honest, she'll tell you the same answer. So go on websites, find a nice woman. You can. It's not impossible. I did. And I used other websites, folks, and all of them were asking for money or giving me that I don't have time. I don't have I forget what they call that, where they can't use their phone because they ran out of time, and I forget that. I'm sorry, but I never got that from Jennifer. So yes, you can find a good website, findmate.com or Filipina Cupid. I think they charge you. There's a few sites that they don't charge you. Find those, and you don't have to pay no monthly fee. And just start weeding out the good women, and talk to a few like I did until you find one that you like talking to, and she sends you honest pictures of herself and stuff. So that's all I really wanted to say, is that, you need to look at other countries. You can save a lot of money once you retire. Our Social Security is not worth much here in the U.S. unless you have a house. Your house is paid off, then you don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about it. My house is paid off, but I don't want to live alone, folks. I find that to be a miserable life, to live alone, nobody to talk to except your pet, if you have one. That's no life. That's not a life. Your kids have their own things to do, and I understand that. They don't want to hang out with you. That's the reason they left the house, is to start their own life. They don't need mom and dad hanging out all the time, and they have their own life, and I respect that. And my kids respect me for moving in another country. They understand. I don't want my daughter or a family member taking care of me when I'm old and I need my diaper changed. And I discussed that with Jennifer, and she's willing to do all that for me when I do get to that point. My dad started getting to that point in his early 90s. I think he was 91 or 2 when he started getting like that. And hopefully I have good genes, and I'll live past 90 is my plan. And I have Jennifer to take care of me, and I will take care of her in the long run, and that's what you need, a good partner. So folks, don't be intimidated by bloggers telling you don't go to websites to meet women. Don't be scared to move to another country and retire. There's nothing to be scared about. The only person that you should be scared about is yourself. Scared about not doing something that you should, don't, if you live that way, you won't live a good life. You can't live scared all your life. There's forks in the road. Forks in the road, people. Forks in the road. You just have to take one fork and follow it, whatever they call one little prong. Follow that and see where it leads you. Everybody said I was crazy closing my restaurant after 25 years. I had the Mexican restaurant. You old-time subscribers know I had a Mexican restaurant for 25 years. Well, after 25 years, it burned me out. I had to close it down. Yeah, I got tired of it. I just couldn't handle it anymore. And I decided it wasn't for me. Here, I'll show. Oh, let me get back to that. I forget that I have this screen cover for my phone, and you gotta open it up before you can. But let me show you the restaurant that my parents had, and I opened the same kind of restaurant. They called it Lolita's Tacos, folks. After the movie Lolita, if you guys ever seen that movie Lolita, that was my parents. There's my mom and dad. There's my first bill that I opened my restaurant of August 18th, 1993. And that's my parents' old Mexican restaurant. And here is my sauce bottles that I sold in my restaurant, Lolita's Taco Sauce, folks. That is my sauce right there. And this one is the first bottle I ever made of Lolita's Taco Sauce. Right there, folks. But anyways, yes, living and working all those hours in a restaurant, 12 hours plus a day, I just couldn't handle it no more. So I got out. I got rid of the restaurant, and I became a truck driver, took the class, became a truck driver, and never looked back. And that's why I'm just making a point is, don't be scared of doing something different. Life is about different windows. Open the window, open the door, go through that door, and find a better life. If you're not happy in the U.S., get out. Go somewhere where you will be happy. Find a woman. There are very good women in the Philippines. In fact, maybe even in other countries. I just chose the Philippines because I was a military man, and I've been there so many times that I decided, you know what? I love the Philippines. I love the people. I'm going back, and that's where I'm going to find myself a good woman. And I did. And I never regretted it. Now I'm waiting to go back. March of 2026 is when I want to go back and sell this house and live a happier life and do blogging. I love blogging and doing these videos for you. But this video is just about, don't be afraid. Don't let people intimidate you of changing your life. Don't live like that. Be brave. Take chances. That's what life is about. Take chances. All the rich people in the world, all the actors, whatever, took chances to get where they are. They didn't make $1 million plus for not taking no chances. Everywhere you go, you take a chance. You take a chance crossing the street, getting run over. You take a chance choking on that chicken you're eating right now, viewing my video. Now put that chicken down. Come on. I don't want you choking while you're watching my video. All right? All right, there you go. But anyways, folks, I want to thank all my subscribers. I can't believe I have 1,144 subscribers. That's crazy to me. But I enjoy this. The reason I started doing these videos was so my kids could have a library of my life when they ever want to see it and say, wonder what My dad used to do all that time in the Philippines, you know. Right now, they're busy, they have their own life, and I understand that. They're not going to view my videos as much. But when they get to my age and they got nothing better to do at home but watch TV and watch movie, they're probably going to sit down and look at my videos and watch all the things I did while I was living in another country. And that's why I'm doing this video. And if I can do videos to help you folks, I will. Like when I build my home next year, I'll be doing a video a day showing you all the steps. But anyways, thank you, all my subscribers. Thank you for looking at my video. I appreciate that. God bless you all. Remember to be kind to each other. Remember to help one another, love one another. You know, treat other people like you wanted to be treated. Be that person. Change if you have to. Change is good, like I said. Be a good person. Help somebody in the U.S., give them $1, give them $2, you know, if you can afford to. If you're in the Philippines, help somebody in the Philippines. Give 100 pesos, 200 pesos, whatever you feel comfortable giving, give, you know. All right, folks. Hasta la vista, sayonara, arrivederci, etc., etc. And you know, like they say in other blogs or YouTube videos, don't forget to subscribe and like and ring the bell. Bing, 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 bing. All right, folks, you guys take care. Hasta la vista, sayonara, arrivederci. What? You guys still here? Go. It's done. Go home. Go watch a movie or something. Go watch your series. My video's done, okay? Bye-bye. Palam palam. Come on, people. You guys are still viewing my video? It's over with. I got nothing more for you. Go. Go eat that chicken. Don't choke on it. Go. Get some of that rice. Come on. If you got pancit bouillon, eat it. But I'm over with. I got nothing more for you. Okay? Bye. Come on, people.